Sarah, as he already said. I'm Jenny's maid of honor. Sister from a different mister, apparently so. Jenny and I have known each other for, I'll just say 15 years. It's hard to count at this point. But I don't really have a whole lot to say other than I love you guys, and I'm so happy that you finally got married, yay. And I'm so thankful to be a part of this, and I'm just so happy for you guys. So cheers to David and Jenny.
Hi everyone, I'm Veronica, not only the matron of honor, but Jennifer's beautiful little big sister. We have been waiting for this day for a long time. I could not think of someone better for my sister. When first hearing about the engagement, the scariest part was knowing I had to write a speech and my sister could not help me. I thought this is going to be awful. I cannot write a speech without my big little sister Jennifer. She is my other half, but now she has found a new half. But I realize that that's okay, because David, we have to be thirds now. David, thank you for putting up with my sister, and along with my sister, you also have me. And not only me, you have Sophia and Giada. And making her happier than I've ever seen. Jennifer has not always been this spunky feline you see before you. She was once a 4-year-old little sister, shy and waiting for me at the fence to cross the street to come home from kindergarten. We would dig for worms, take grasshopper legs off. David, take key of that, take about legs and grasshoppers, okay? And play Barbies. As Jennifer's reputation may have been known as a tomboy, she really enjoyed playing with Barbies. Being the big little sister, I've always tried looking out for Jennifer. Jennifer, you did a great job finding David. David, you have treated my little big sister so fantastically over these last few years. I know this will continue, but if it does not, I do remember how to take legs off of grasshoppers. Jennifer set her own tone growing up, never wearing jeans and hated dresses. Much to my surprise, stand up, she showed up today in a dress. Grandma would fight to get her to wear jeans. Our mom would fight to get her out of her swimsuit. Now, look at you, how beautiful you are in that gorgeous dress. As I stand here, I now see why Grandma and Mom fought to get you in that cute, little, pink and white cotton striped dress with the kitties on the front. I know you loved that dress, but you always put up that darn fight. 5 years ago, Jennifer decided to follow in my footsteps one more time. You could find Jennifer and David getting to know each other on the Maple Grove patio as witnessed by my husband, Tony Donatelli. It started out with a lot of games, pranks, and those darn Barbies. Shortly after that, I found myself at Target with Jennifer in the toy aisle, not the boys' toys, but you guessed it, the Barbie aisle. She was buying a Barbie for David, another prank where Jennifer attached a note to the Barbie box and placed it in his car. David, look at me. Do you still have that Barbie, and will you let Victoria play with it?
Yes, I have it. No, she will not play.
As I recall, my sister told me this Barbie has to be blonde and have a rack because that's what David appreciated. Am I right? Did you not say that? Jennifer, did you not say that? Do you remember? Oh my God. Yeah, I love you too. Okay. I finally got to meet David, and I knew he was a keeper. Only David could get her to move 448 miles, 7 hours, and 26 minutes. That is following the speed limits, you guys. And without a newborn Giada and a beautiful little 4-year-old girl in the back seat. Are we there yet? A way to build a beautiful family. So now please raise your glasses with me to celebrate their love and our love for them. Cheers.
Thank you, Veronica. And now a few words from the best man, John.
Let him get seated here. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming and celebrating this joyous occasion. I know David and Jenny are happy to see each and every one of you here to share this day with them. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm John. I'm David's little brother. This is especially hard for me because I've actually never prepared for a speech before. I mean, I've written and spoke many speeches in high school, college, even for work. But I usually wrote those about 15 minutes before class. So writing one and putting the time into it was kind of tough. When I was asked to be David's best man, I knew I couldn't just make up a speech on why Chris Carter should be in the Hall of Fame, which is still true. One of my favorite memories with my brother is during the holidays. The two of us would have a blast while we stayed up all night talking, quoting movies, playing games, singing some Bob Rivers Christmas songs. But the thing is, we'd build up an appetite. The only thing that's open at midnight on Thanksgiving or Christmas Eve, truck stops. That's right, even though the next day we'd be eating some great foods from some of the greatest cooks I know, my mom, my grandma, we would choose to eat at a truck stop and also play some video games while we were there. But actually, interestingly enough, my favorite memory with my new sister is also at a truck stop. Thanks, Donnell. We were on our way back to the cities while Jenny was pregnant with Victoria, and I suggested stopping this really cool truck stop in Clearwater. If you haven't stopped there, you should stop there sometime. Needless to say, Jenny ended up buying 3 bakery rolls, which were each the size of her head. Really, I have pictures of this, and they're pretty awesome. But the love of truck stop food isn't the only thing they have in common. No, a marriage wouldn't survive long on that. Either would a heart, for that matter. No, Dave and Jenny also have a love of sports, playing games, watching movies, and of course, they both love an adorable little girl. Yes, I've seen the relationship grow from an office romance to devoted parents. Earlier this week, I asked David and Jenny separately, what are the first 3 words that come to your head describing the other person? Jenny stated quickly that David is very passionate, which anyone would know if they've ever watched a Vikings or Twins game with David. She said he is very loving, which isn't surprising because whenever I talk to David, he's always talking about how happy he is to have his world revolve around Jenny and Victoria. You can just tell the incredible amount of love that he has for them. And finally, she said he is funny, which I guess makes sense because he probably gets that from his younger brother. Although I will say he sometimes has trouble taking a joke, and he will put you through a wall. Seriously, I was stuck in a wall once because I pushed him over when he was tying his shoe. That gym will never let us back. What did David say about Jenny? He stated right away that Jenny is beautiful, which we all can agree is extra true today. She said she is kind, which I know is true since she never brags that she usually beats him in our fantasy football league. Finally, she said she is nurturing, and he followed up to say she is the greatest mother to my daughter that I could ever ask for. I mean, what's not to like? There is no one else in this world I would want to be the mother of my amazing niece, the wife to my brother, my idol, and my best friend. David, it's no secret that I've always looked up to you. I've always come to you for guidance, advice, and direction. I've learned everything, if I've learned anything from my 1 year, 3 months, and 18 days of marriage, it would be that a successful marriage requires falling in love many times, always with the same person. Jenny, although it seems like you've been quite a while part of the family. It is my pleasure to officially welcome you to our family. So let's raise our glasses to David and Jenny, because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green, all I'd want is you to shade me and be my leaves. If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green, all I'd want is you to shade me and be my leaves. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea. River in the mountains tall, the rumble of your water would be my call. If you were the winter, I know I'd be the snow, just as long as you were with me when the cold winds blow. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea. If you were a wink, I'd be a nod. If you were a seed, well, I'd be a pod. If you were a floor, I'd wanna be the rug. And if you were a kiss, I know I'd be a hug. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea. If you were the wood, I'd be the fire. If you were the love, I'd be the desire. If you were a castle, I'd be your moat. And if you were an ocean, I'd learn to float. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea.
David and Jennifer, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing their very first dance as husband and wife. Now what I want to do is invite Mr. Robbie Peterson to the dance floor. Robbie, come on out. Your daughter would love a dance with you, sir.
Gotta hold on easy as I let you go. Gonna tell you how much I love you, though you think you already know. I remember I thought you looked like an angel wrapped in pink, so soft and warm. You've had me wrapped around your finger since the day you were born. You're beautiful, baby, from the outside in. Chase your dreams, but always know the road that'll lead you home again. Go on, take on this old world, but to me, you know you'll always be my little girl. When you were in trouble, that crooked little smile milled my heart of stone. Now look at you, I've turned around and you've almost grown. Sometimes you're asleep, I whisper I love you in the moonlight at your door. As I walk away, I hear you say, Daddy, love you more. You're beautiful, baby, from the outside in. Chase your dreams, but always know the road that'll lead you home again. Go on, take on this whole world, but to me, you know honest man. I know he'll say that he's in love, but between you and me, he won't be good enough. You're beautiful, baby, from the outside in. Chase your dreams, but always know the road that'll lead you home again. Go on, take on this old world, but to me, you know you'll always be my little girl.
How about a big round of applause for Robbie being able to dance with his daughter on her special day? We now would like to invite Bonnie to come to the dance floor. Your son would now like a dance with you.
You taught me everything, and everything you've given me, I always keep it inside. You're the driving force in my life. Yeah. There isn't anything or anyone that I could be, and it just wouldn't feel right if I didn't have you by my side. You were there for me to love and care for me when skies were gray. Whenever I was down, you were always there to comfort me. And no one else can be what you have been to me. You will always be, you will always be the girl in my life for all time. Mama, Mama, you know I love you. Ooh, you know I love you, Mama. Mama, you're the queen of my heart. Your love is like tears from the stars. Yes, Mama, I just want you to know, loving you is like food to my soul. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, you're always down for me, have always been around for me, even when I was bad. You've shown me right from my wrongs. Yes, you did. And you took up for me when everyone was down on me. You always did understand. You gave me strength to go on. There were so many times looking back when I was so afraid. And then you come to me and say to me, I can face anything. And no one else can do what you've done for me. You'll always be, you will always be the girl in my life. Ooh, oh, Mama, Mama, you know I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you, Mama. Mama, you're the queen of my heart. You are. soul. Loving you is like food to my soul.
How about a nice warm applause for that loving embrace and dance?
For the food